Tonight from Casino Arizona Field in Scottsdale, Arizona, we open this 10th season in the USL Championship with Phoenix Rising FC hosting Portland Timbers 2. It's all brought to you by Equality Health. With the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, I'm Josh Eastern. Happy to be with you here on this Saturday night from the desert. It's Phoenix Rising coming off a successful season last year, but they're still looking for that trophy at the very end. But as we look back, so many records were broken.
Yeah, Josh, not just a successful season, an unbelievable season. Look at that 20-game win streak. That's not unbeaten, that is a win streak. Absolutely stunning. Most points, most goals, brilliant season, except for maybe the last few weeks when the team ran out of momentum. But if they can do anything similar this season, what a year we have ahead.
And it's already started off pretty good for this Phoenix Rising side in the Visit Tucson Sun Cup, knocking off some MLS opposition. That has to give you a good boost coming into this season.
Certainly does. They beat New York Red Bulls, they beat Sporting KC, they beat Salt Lake City. They did lose to Columbus Crew 1-0, but to be fair, they changed their entire team towards the end. So, yeah, they must come into this new season thinking, wow, if we can do that to MLS teams, what can we do in the USL?
Well, we are going to find out, and it all starts tonight with game number 1 against this Portland Timbers 2 side that is pretty young coming in tonight. Hunter Sulte will be in goal, just 17 years old. He's making his pro debut tonight.
Yeah, and we wish him well as a young kid, and he looks like he's big, he's tall, he's lanky, he's filling in for Jake Leaker, who's injured. And as we do with all young players, we just hope they have a good start and impress and have a wonderful career. So I'm sure even the Phoenix Rising fans will be supporting him, hoping he has a wonderful game, but doesn't keep a clean sheet.
Absolutely. Well, this Phoenix side, I'm sure, is ready to score a bunch of goals. They did that last season, and it all starts here tonight. The quest for a USL Championship final. It all starts tonight. It's opening night in Phoenix. Lineups and first kick coming up next.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
Back here at Casino Arizona Field here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Phoenix Rising FC and Portland Timbers 2 taking to the pitch here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, and we will start with the home side in Phoenix Rising FC. And as we take a look at this starting 11, a lot of familiar faces, but also a couple of new ones come into the lineup tonight.
Yeah, there are a few new ones. Donnell King makes his debut at right back, as does Owusu Ansa Contour at left back. In the middle there's Sam Stanton on the left-hand side, just recently signed from Dundee United. He starts up front. All eyes on Rufat Dadishov, who replaces Adam Jean. That's big boots to fill for the number 9.
And on the other side for Portland Timbers 2 and coach Cameron Knowles, this is a very young side here tonight.
It is, especially with the goalkeeper, Hunter Salty, 17 years of age. Aidan Stanley at right back, he's a new player, age 20. Jacob Hauser-Ramsey, also a new signing in defense. Ken Krolicki in midfield as well, and Marcus Epps. So a bunch of new faces there for PT2.
Well, it is just about time to kick off this 2020 season. Our referee tonight is Jonathan Belinsky. Of course, it will be Phoenix in their all-red kits tonight going left to right. Portland Timbers, too, in their all-white kits going right to left. A very young Portland Timbers 2 side, pretty experienced Phoenix Rising side. We are just about set to go, just waiting on the whistle of referee Jonathan Belinsky. Getting the thumbs up. And we are underway from Scottsdale. It's Phoenix Rising, it's Portland Timbers 2, and this 10th season of the USL Championship is underway. And it's Phoenix Rising, of course, coming off that incredible season last year, the 20-game win streak, the 78 points, and going up against the Portland Timbers 2 side, finishing 14th place in the Western Conference. And they are looking to at least try to get into the playoffs, maybe try to sneak in there at the bottom this year with a young team starting off.
Yeah, very young team, especially with the goalkeeper, Hunter Salty, 17 years of age. There's a whole bunch of players, 21, 22, and thereabouts for Portland Timbers, up against, as you said, an unbelievable Phoenix Rising side. Last year was just a mind-blowing year, especially with that 20-game winning streak. Just lost momentum at the end, and that's really what it's all about, is just timing it. So maybe Coach Rick Shan saying that this time around he intends to go into the playoffs, assuming they get there, which they should. He'll go in it with a little bit more defensive-minded, knowing that those knockout games, maybe a slightly different approach is required.
And a foul there as Bonilla goes down. Let's take a look at tonight's Mayo Clinic injury report. Just a couple of names on there for Phoenix. Austin Ledbetter is in concussion protocol. Jack Barnby also missing out tonight. Nico De Vera, an Achilles injury as he misses out tonight for Portland Timbers 2.
Jack Barnby, another one of those new players that many were hoping to see on debut. We've already mentioned at the start about 4 players. There's a whole bunch more we're yet to see. Landon Carter, we haven't seen yet. Dadashov, we are seeing, of course, up front. Eric Dick, the reserve goalkeeper. Donnell King and Contour also on debut today.
Here comes Phoenix, full steam ahead. Flemings, the cross into the middle. It's headed away by Ornstill. Ornstill, one of the more experienced players in this lineup at 26 years old. The older players as well, and Phoenix, you expect them to be on the front foot in this match on their home field, and they're looking to get things going here on the right foot to open this 2020 season. Here's Darnell King, one of those new players for Phoenix Rising coming over from Nashville. Of course, the captain and MVP, Solomon Asante. King to the end line, the cross comes all the way through. It's poked away, and Portland now will look to play out.
That was a good cross from King right into the danger area. Just needed someone to get on the end of it, but if that's what they're going to see from the new right back for the rest of the season, I'm sure the Phoenix Rising fans will be super excited about their acquisition.
The ball did go out there for a throw, and as we take a look back at this opportunity.
Have a look here, he whips it across under all sorts of pressure, right in the danger area, across the front of that 6-yard box. That's a great cross.
Ryan Sierakowski, the player to watch tonight for Portland Timbers 2, right at the top of this formation. The team leader in goals with 8 last season. And now it's Solomon Asante looking for Dadashov. Falls for Lambert. Now it's Asante, his cross towards the back post. It's going to be a nice, easy first touch there for Hunter Salty. Take a look at Cameron Knowles.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on his young goalkeeper, and delighted that the first touch for Hunter Salty was a good one. It came very confidently. Not so sure about the kick out, but more importantly, he was confident in the air, and his coach, Cameron Knowles, will really be hoping the young man does stand up to the pressures and show his skills here tonight.
What are the nerves as a goalkeeper making your pro debut?
Yeah, it's the second ball he's kicked out now, so yeah, there are a bit of nerves there. Look, at 17, you're super young. It was the same age I made my debut, and yeah, it takes some settling down, And the first couple of minutes you could do with a good save, just to sort of show everyone that, hey, you know, I'm here and I deserve my spot.
He makes the start tonight, of course. Jake Leaker, who was the starting goalkeeper last year for Portland Timbers 2, not able to go tonight. So it's Sulte who comes up from the academy. He's been on the bench 7 times in the last 2 seasons for T2, but tonight he gets the starting nod. Bonilla gets set to throw it in. A couple of new signings for T2 here in the past couple of days. In the past couple of weeks as well. Blake Bodley signing a homegrown contract with Portland Timbers as well earlier in January.
He's a player that Coach Cameron Knowles is rather excited about. When we chatted to him yesterday, he mentioned Blake Bodley specifically as a player to look out for.
Coming out of the University of Washington, the Pac-12 Player of the Year in 2019. He's also made a few appearances with Portland Timbers too in past seasons. First touch for Zach Lubin tonight in goal. Sante will pick this up. Through ball here for Flemings. Junior Flemings. Well, this will all come back. The flag is up on the near side.
That's a good effort there by Phoenix. Yeah, they were offside this time. There might not be next time. You want to be probing on that back line, just seeing if you can get away from those defenders. So nothing wrong with being caught, as long as you don't get caught every single time, of course.
We'll see how much Portland can keep possession as they try to get into the attacking third. There's a ball played through all the way for Lubin.
Such a good goalkeeper last year, Zach Lubin, and made some fantastic saves. Such an important player for them, especially with Wazinski now having retired. And he really needs to have a good season there. And 30 years of age, perfect age for Zach Lubin to really show off just what a wonderful goalkeeper he is.
Second team All-League a season ago and looking to build off of that this year. Early ball in, Dadashov. The header is saved by Sulte. It was Dadashov all alone in the middle of the box.
Just thought for a moment, will Sulte rather come and catch that? Will he punch it off the big man's head? He didn't. He decided to stay and wait to see what Dadashov did. And if he'd have known about that, Dadashov, he could have brought it down. So maybe ultimately the right decision by the goalkeeper. Gets the better of the much more experienced 28-year-old new signing for Phoenix Rising.
And of course, Dadashov replacing Adam John, or at least trying to fill in for the spot that Adam John vacated. Of course, going to Atlanta United, maybe being forced into a little bit more of a role this season after early season injury to Joseph Martinez. But we'll see how this campaign goes for Adam John, and of course Rufat Dadashov trying to fill that spot coming over from Germany. Another offside flag comes up, this time on Solo Asante.
It's a difficult one for Dadashov to follow Adam John. What a good player he is, and no wonder he made the move up to MLS. I think it was 17 goals last season, but such a clever player around the box, and a lot for Dadashov to live up to.
Ball played down the line. Bodley goes down. There's Darnell King there in defense. Looks like it's out for a goal kick.
Got to say, was there bodily contact?
Yes,
got to get that one out the way, sorry. You somehow don't expect it to be a tough day for the Phoenix Rising defense. And I might be proved wrong, but you know, you think it's going to be more of the team in red on the attack.
Now Konechny. It looked like Lambert, ooh, it was a late whistle there, but Lambert called for the foul there on Tomas Konechny. And a free kick for Portland Timbers too.
It's different soccer these days. Even though he won the ball, you can't take out players' legs, especially before you get to the ball. I thought it was a decent tackle. Certainly would have been 5-6 years ago, but these days, pretty much got to nick the ball off people's feet. You can't go in on these sliding tackles unless you get it absolutely spot on.
So a free kick now for Portland right on the edge of the attacking third. It looks like it's Carlos Anguiano who will stand over it. 5 assists last season for Portland. He'll play this one short. Over to that right side, but the offside flag is up. Phoenix, a good job holding that line.
That's a poor free kick from Portland Timbers. They played it short on purpose. They knew there was going to be a step up from the defense. The players have got to come up with the defenders, and being caught offside from a set piece is really not what Cameron Knowles will want.
Well, you feel like this game could have a couple of goals in that. Last season, or at least the last matchup, it was a 5-3 win for Phoenix up in Portland, but it was Portland Timbers 2 who had a 16-13 advantage in shots. Of course, Phoenix able to put 5 goals past this Portland back line, and it was a back line that had just 2 clean sheets. That was joint bottom of the USL Championship with Atlanta and Hartford Athletic. So looking to maybe boost their defense tonight. But now here's Junior Flemings coming forward for Phoenix, and it was Bonilla able to get a foot in there and win it back for Portland.
Well, as you were talking about defensive frailties for Portland, we suddenly saw this attack from Phoenix Rising, and certainly question marks about the lack of pace perhaps at the back for PT2.
A look at Rick Schantz, signing an extension for a couple more years to stay at the club, and well deserved for Rick Schantz after a tremendous season last year. Definitely deserving that contract extension.
Now the question is, what does he do this season? And we did ask him that question, didn't we, during the week, because of all the records broken last season. I guess the only place to go is to go on and win the entire tournament, because anything less probably wouldn't be seen as success.
Lambert has his cross blocked away. It's out for a corner kick. And this corner kick is brought to you by Carvana. First of the year for Phoenix. As we've kind of read and heard some quotes from some players, they want that trophy at the end. It's so important to them. And we'll see what they can do with it this season. Of course, it all starts here tonight. And it's Sam Stanton to swing this in. All the way towards the back post. Asante trying to go over the top. Asante trying to bring it down. And it looks like the referee will bring this back for a handball. Maybe trying to play advantage for a moment. But now a free kick in a really intriguing position for Phoenix.
Some debate there as to exactly what happened. Blake Bodley asking, was it a handball? Was it a high foot? Not quite sure which of it was. Did you see the handball?
It looked like it could have been. Let's take another look at it here. That right on, yeah.
Oh yeah, well
there.
spotted. Well done, eagle eyes. Now, right in front of the referee. Now this is a dangerous position, and especially for Solo. From there, he can get it over that wall and on target, you know, 9 times out of 10. And it's going to be a big test for Hunter Salty in goals, the 17-year-old. Can he line them up with precision?
It's either going to be Beccaro or Asante. It's a scary proposition for Salty. It will be Asante! Oh, what a save! And then it's put in by Dadashov. The opening goal for Phoenix Rising as they open their account here in 2020.
What a fantastic free kick from Solo. Absolutely brilliant. We said he can get it on target. He did. And in fairness to the young goalkeeper, he makes a wonderful save. I think he tips it right up onto the crossbar, but Dadashov was lurking and puts the save into the back of the net. There you go. There's the save. A quick response from the big number 9, and Phoenix Rising are up and running this season.
Well, you have to say, first of all, a tremendous save from Hunter Salty, just the 17-year-old. But of course, if that ball doesn't go out of play, there's Rufat Dadashov just waiting on the doorstep, one of the easier goals he might score here in 2020. But Phoenix will take it. The fans, they love it. And Phoenix back to their goal-scoring ways here in 2020.
They've certainly been putting pressure on, haven't they? They've been testing that back line. They've been trying to avoid the offside trap. And you always felt that something was going to give eventually. And that's what comes from good pressure. And you worry for Portland Timbers too, coming up against, I mean, of all the teams you want to play the team that broke every record almost in the history of American soccer, and you want to play them away first. Not an easy place to come to for the youngsters of Portland Timbers too.
At the same time, you might say they kind of have nothing to lose here. First game of the season, might as well Trying to test some things out. A very young team, of course, for Cameron Knowles, but looking to build on what happened last season. And a pretty interesting stat for Portland Timbers, too. An identical 5-8-4 record at home and on the road in 2019.
Which makes it a little bit tougher for Cameron Knowles, is that 3 new signings and 3 very good new signings weren't able to get their work permits in time. There's no Williams Velasquez, Jorge Gonzalez, or Aaron Malloy. 3 players that we believe would have started or could have started. And also in the preseason, Cameron Knowles was saying that his players, some of them were with the senior squad, some of them weren't available. So he really has come here perhaps not 100% as prepared as he would like. And now they're 1-0 down against Phoenix Rising away from home. And all we can say is good luck.
Well, it's an uphill battle from here for sure. But if you go back to last season, they scored 5 goals in the 2 matches between these 2 sides. Darnell King has his cross blocked away. Portland will now look to play out of the back. We'll push in the back there by King.
I don't know if push is the right word there. There was a touch. I think Aiden Stanley just felt it and decided, you know what, I don't know who to pass to. I'm just going to hit the deck and get the free kick.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it does. Well, it just takes a little bit of pressure off Portland Timbers, which they need to right now. Just get their foot on the ball and calm things down, because it's been a red wave coming at them the last 5 minutes or so.
Picaro winning a throw-in. Picaro back for his 2nd season. Oh, and that's a nice nutmeg there from Darnell King. The cross comes through, and it's knocked away. Portland under more pressure. It was Hauser Ramsey to knock it out.
That's another good cross from Darnell King. Never mind about the nutmegs. That was impressive on its own. I'm going to see it again here. Have a look, and there you go. Thank you for coming. But look at the ball he knocks in. Once again on that 6-yard line, there and thereabouts. He can put a good ball in, no question about that.
Looks like Stanton again will loft this towards the back post. Asante was waiting there. He'll get it back. His shot now blocked away. Still in there. Picaro, his shot blocked. Might have hit his own teammate, Dadashov. And now sent all the way back downfield, and Phoenix can recollect with Kanto.
I just wonder for Cameron Knowles whether, and he was saying to us, he's looking for leaders in his team. He hasn't got time for them to grow into leadership. They've got these young players that grow up quickly.
Right towards the back post. Asante, oh, that came out of nowhere. A great save by Sulte. Just sticking his foot out. Forcing an incredible save there out of Sulte. Now the ball goes out for a throw-in. But take another look at this.
That was a lovely ball in, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Whip from out wide at a difficult angle. Sante just stretching. Doesn't get too much power behind it. And Sulte able to deal with it. The goalkeeper, the young goalkeeper, really busy in these first 17 or so minutes.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. As Sulte puts it back into play. Phoenix right now all over this back line of Portland, as probably expected coming in, and they're trying to keep the pace up here with a quick throw in from Asante. This cross all the way through for Kanto, who sends it towards the back post, headed back into the middle and out of play. Once again, Phoenix being very creative. Junior Flemings that time.
Yeah, I just wonder if Fleming's header could have been a little bit better, knocked it back into the box. There was a man waiting to be on the receiving end there, so maybe not the best of headers. But just look at this constant pressure coming on this young man, Hunter Sulte, who's already made a couple of really good saves. There's a high press from Phoenix Rising, so difficult to play out from the back. So let's see if he's going to just knock it along. It seems to be his only option at this stage.
here comes Portland enforcing a big save out of Lubin. And it's still in here as Phoenix trying to push it away. Eventually collected at the back and sent for Sulte. Well, the first real moment of danger for this Phoenix back line, but Zach Lubin was up to the task. Big save coming for him right in front of the supporters group.
It's important for Zach Lubin to have a good season. It's tough when you play for a team as good as Phoenix Rising because you don't often get that much work to do. So your job is really about just staying on your toes, waiting for that odd save that you have to make. Zach Lubin did that so well last season. And he's got to just, he can't sit back and applaud and watch his players. He's got to be constantly thinking, what happens if this ball gets through? What am I going to do? Normal scuffles in a box, which goes on in every game, in every place in the world.
Rick Schantz looking on. And it looks like Kanto setting up for one of those long throw-ins. So a bullet right towards the 6-yard box, headed away. And it will be a free kick heading back to Portland. Arizona Complete Health is the exclusive health plan partner of the Phoenix Rising Football Club, providing each member the tools they need to successfully manage their own health. No matter your age or stage in life, Arizona Complete Health has you covered. So free kick here for Portland, looking for some sort of lifeline back into this match. They've done a lot of defending here in the first 21 minutes. As you mentioned earlier, trying to find that leader. Of course, it might start with the captain right in the middle in Engiano. A couple of experienced players in there as well with Bodley and Konechny. Now King. This one's sent all the way back for Baquero. A misplaced back pass, and now Konechny looking to start something here for Portland. A switch of the field. Build into this attack is T2. Looking to slide it into Konechny's feet. It was cut off. It's still in here for T2. All the way to this near side. We'll cycle it around. A good through ball there by Konechny, comes into the middle, and it's cleared away. Some last-ditch defending there by Phoenix Rising, but able to knock it out for a throw-in.
Well done, Portland. Timbers 2, that's a bit better. Attacking on that left-hand side. Aiden Stanley with a good ball in. Only some sharp reaction from the defense there by Phoenix Rising averts the problem. And as we saw last season, Portland Timbers 2 had a really good start and looked like they were going to make the playoffs. The second part of the season didn't work for them, but they can at times be a very, very good team.
They did score a club record 65 goals last season. But of course, they only kept 2 clean sheets. They couldn't quite keep up in that category, which is what duped them in the end. This one's played down the left. Stanley looked like getting into an offside position. The flag was up.
Stanley, defender from Duke University, one of the new signings at the back to try and shore things up. And Jacob Hauser Ramsey, the other. So certainly the coach, Cameron Knowles, aware that he has to tighten the defense, and he's trying to do that. At the same time, you don't want to stop them from scoring up front. So it's that very delicate balance. We wait to see whether throughout the course of the season they managed to get on the right side of that. As we said, they were looking like they were going to make the playoffs quite comfortably, and then a lot of injuries and players lost to the senior side made it difficult.
The ball through. Oh, that's beautiful from Phoenix. Dadashov is a brace. Asante picks out the assist.
What a cross, what a ball, absolutely perfect. Look at the celebrations. Even the reserves have jumped in there because we were busy chatting. The ball was in midfield, didn't seem like any danger. A great ball in from Asante, a fantastic finish from Dadashev. And now they are truly up and running. Phoenix Rising, and the fans loving every minute. But it's that little genius, again, who makes it all possible. Asante was player of the year last year for the entire league and could very well do it all again.
He created 98 chances last season, Solomon Asante, and Rufat Dadashov in his debut here in the regular season for Phoenix, introducing himself to this Phoenix Rising crowd with 2 goals here inside of 25 minutes.
That's a perfect debut, isn't it, when you're a striker? Because everyone expects you to score, but to bang in 2 in the first 25 minutes, it is the perfect welcome, and the fans are loving him at this moment in time.
How can Portland respond to that? As it looked like it came out of almost nothing, and now it's out for another corner kick, of course brought to you by Carvana.
They've got to keep their heads up here. Portland Timbers too. Can't let it drop. They've got enough good players to cause Phoenix Rising a few problems.
Anguiano to stand over this. An in-swinger coming from the captain. Anguiano right into the middle. Lubin, Brave coming off his line, and he might be able to start the counterattack. Getting it out for Baquero. Phoenix might have numbers here. 3 players to Baquero's left. He'll switch the field, trying to find Junior Flemings. And it was Sulte cutting off the angle, and it's out for a goal kick, but Phoenix just showing how devastating they can be out on the counter.
That's a fantastic counter attack. Started by Zach Lubin at the back. He comes and catches this ball in the air, throws it out quickly. They bomb down that left-hand side. Lovely ball in, but look at this, takes it perfectly. Perhaps some poor defending there to allow him, and then just falls backwards as he's taking that shot there. But Ken Krolicki with perhaps the sort of lax defending at the back to allow Junior Flemings to bring it down, and the goalkeeper yet again closing the angle and forcing the hurried shot from Junior Flemings. That could easily have been 3-0.
Well, you have to say, Sulte, the 2 goals he's allowed have been pretty difficult. He actually made a fantastic save before allowing the first. And the second one was, he didn't really have too much of an opportunity to make a save. He's holding his own quite well. But of course, going up against this Phoenix attack is very difficult for your pro debut. And once again, it's Phoenix looking for it again. Flemings. This one slipped through for Dadashov. Stanton, his shot just wide.
Good shot from Stanton. That wasn't too far wide. Not so sure if this time Hunter Sulte had the entire goal covered. Let's have a look there. And we've talked about him as a new player, Sam Stanton, 25-year-old coming out of Dundee United. But he wasn't too far wide with that left foot strike. And once again, it seems to be more or less one-way traffic. That young man standing between his side and an even bigger scoreline at this moment.
No let up in this Phoenix attack. Really picking up right where they left off last season. Phoenix trying to respond. Here's Blake Bodley trying to get around Darnell King. That's been a good matchup so far. King just puts this out for a throw-in. Ramsey going to play it down that right side. Sierakowski getting it wide for Epps, and his cross sailing well out of play and out for a goal kick.
That's a very poor cross there from Epps, Marcus Epps. He had Sierakowski getting himself into the box. He had bodies to aim at, and in the end it's well wide, wasn't anywhere close. And that must be frustrating for the strikers. They haven't had much service up front for the visitors, and when they do get a good chance, the cross sails away from harm.
Send it upfield. This one will fall for Solomon Asante if he can win the race, and he does. Asante, his cross towards the back post. This will stay in as Stanton will try to track this down. Now Sierakowski. And he gets taken down. Truly Nolan, faster than a speeding cockroach, smarter than conniving ants, and more ruthless than a bed of scorpions. That's why when Truly Nolan is in hot pursuit, there's no escape. For a free estimate and $50 off pest control, go to trulynolan.com.
Well, here's an opportunity for Portland Timbers 2 just to do a bit of a high press, get a few bodies there, make it difficult for the home side to play out. Let's see if they can do that and try and sort of stamp a little bit of authority on this match. Here we go, here's the high press on the goalkeeper, but he's got a few options to play himself out, including that long ball there, which is straight to Solomon Asante.
Deflected out for a throw-in. We talked about Phoenix Rising in the preseason, being able to kind of mesh some of these new faces with the more experienced players that have been here in Phoenix. But when talking about Portland's Timbers too, it's been a little bit more difficult to find that meshing point, but here comes Phoenix again. Cut back for Baquero. Darnell King will keep this in. Back infield again. Something else coming for Phoenix. And there's goal number 3. And nice and relaxed about that one is Junior Flemings. 3 goals in 30 minutes.
Just not quite sure what happened there. It looked like he was falling over Junior Flemings as he hit that. And it didn't seem like it was going in. Maybe the goalkeeper was a little bit unsighted. Lovely build up here. Comes inside, 2 defenders get in each other's way, and then he hits it. Well, maybe there was a body in front of the goalkeeper that blocked his vision. But well done, Junior Flemings. Beats those 2 there, just bides his time and just hooks it into the corner past Hunter Salty. And again, question marks about the Portland Timbers 2 defending. Don't take anything away from that, man. It's a 3rd goal in the first half, and they are absolutely cruising. The fans are loving it. Once again, what is this now, 20-odd games they've been full the stadium?
Yes, 22 in a row.
22 in a row. Well, no wonder this sort of exciting football is going to attract fans every single time.
In winning, we asked Rick Shantz, how do you keep all these players happy with all of these new faces coming in, a lot of new captains as well from other clubs, and all these players wanted to come and win trophies here with Phoenix Rising, and we asked Rick Shantz, how do you keep him happy? Just win, baby.
Yeah, he's 100% spot on. If players are in a winning side, they tend to not be as upset when they come off, and lots of high fives and celebration. But be on a losing side, and then you will see players get grumpy.
Sent forward again. Dadashov, a one-time effort, it wasn't far away. Boy, this little duo of Asante and Dadashov has been really good here in the opening 32 minutes.
They certainly have. But look at this, it's far too easy. A long ball to little Asante, and he's unmarked. He can set it up. Does he not set it up really well? And what a strike. Look at Asante's first time touch. Comes in, boom, there, sets it up. Dadashev. Tell you what, that's a fantastic strike, and that would have already been a contender for goal of the season had that had gone in.
At this point, 3 goals in about 31 minutes. How many more could we see tonight from Phoenix? There's been a couple of near opportunities as well. Now it's Baquero. Room to run. Solomon Asante again, cutting it back for Baquero. Eventually it will fall for Marcus Epps. Seems like whenever Portland trying to go through the middle, immediately cut off by Kevin Lambert, who's may not see his name in the box score all too much, but such an important player right above that back line for Phoenix.
This is hard work for Portland Timbers too. They just can't get possession. Well, they can't keep it when they do get it. They can't take it off Phoenix, and Phoenix is just knocking long balls, and well, with the exception of that one that's happened right now, generally the long balls have caused all sorts of problems. So important for these young men of Portland Timbers too to calm things down and try and just get some possession, because at 3-0 down, they're in danger of getting a thrashing here today.
Throw-in coming for Phoenix. In the meantime, it looks like the captain Aguiano is down.
There seems to be genuine concern for him. He went in on a big tackle, came off second best, but maybe just took something in the midriff. Referee calling on some medical help, and the Phoenix Rising players just checking on him to make sure that he's not too seriously injured. There's been nothing nasty in this game so far at all. It's just been good, genuine play. Most of it, to be fair, coming from the team in red, who have absolutely been stunning.
A lot going left to right in this match across your TV screens.
Ooh, it's like inside of the leg as he wins it. Inside of the thigh, takes a bit of a kick. Just hope he's going to be okay. In the first game of the season, the last thing you want to do is get an injury. Dadishov taking a few celebratory handshakes there, and good to see the young man getting up. Guyana, captain. Show good commitment trying to win the ball. It's just be careful and put your body on the line too much.
Guyana gets back to his feet. Did go out for a throw-in. I believe it was to Phoenix. That's where we will restart play. 10 minutes to go until halftime. It's been all Phoenix Rising.
Solomon Asante showing us some of his skills there. The Ghanaian international, about 15 caps or so for his country. And Ghana is a fantastic footballing country, so they don't come easy, those 15 or so caps. And he's just showing us what a wonderful array of talent he has. Some of those crosses he put in for Dadishev, absolutely brilliant today.
United States soccer fans very familiar with Ghana from 2010, 2014. All coming in. Portland able to get a touch on it. Maybe they can come back the other way and nick one before halftime. Sierakowski, though, well offside.
Zach Lubin, not much to do at the back there, the goalkeeper, but he did start that wonderful counter-attack by coming and taking a cross, and he's going to just try and keep himself active and involved as much as he can throughout this game.
Another goal kick here for Portland. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for your team and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on your team's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. We're back again for Sulte, who has had plenty to do here in his pro debut tonight.
He's had to kick long. There's been such good high pressure from Phoenix Rising that the young goalkeeper can't play it short. So everything he's had, he's kicked down the pitch, but unfortunately they can't get a hold of it. Portland Timbers too. Every time they do like that, they give it away.
Trying for that long diagonal ball by A.J. Cochran. This duo at center back so strong, A.J. Cochran and Corey Whelan. Back for year number 2 together. Taken back by Anguiano. Maybe Portland can find something. Ball played through, looking for Sierakowski. Couldn't quite connect.
And it's not just that Phoenix have such a good 11 on the pitch. Santi Moa might have started if he wasn't injured. On the bench, Joey Farrell, Bjornathan, Jordan Schweitzer, another new signing from Colorado Springs Switchbacks, Joey Calistri, Jose Aguinaga, and Lagos Kunga. I mean, it's a very, very strong bench, and that's why they've got to be favorites to win it all this season, Phoenix Rising.
Now Konechny trying to start something for Portland. Played wide. Here's Bodley. Bodley, his cross got all the way through. Sierakowski got a slight touch on it. And this one will trickle out for a throw-in.
Good move there from the visitors. That's what we want to see more of. They've got this ability going forward. You mentioned how many goals they scored last season. Well, that maybe looking at that again, Sierakowski could have done a lot better with that. The ball in was perfect. He got on the end of it, just mishit his shot completely.
Chances have been few and far between for Cameron Knowles and Portland Timbers 2 tonight. Now Beccaro. Oh, that's a cheeky move there by Asante. Darnell King cutting it back for Dadashov. It's poked away. Asante picks it up again towards the back post. Deflected out, and it will be a goal kick, but Solomon Asante, so tricky.
Brilliant, brilliant bit of skill here. I mean, the ball pops up. It's perfect weighting, direction, and everything Darnell King does well. But look when it comes out again. Dadashev can't turn. Ball's going to come out to Asante. This ball in is also a good one. It's back stick. You can see there's players hovering there like Junior Flemings. And he nearly picks them out. His ability to read what is happening on the pitch is top class, and so is his delivery.
The USL Championship makes its regular season debut on ESPN Deportes Friday, March 27th. Two of the top contenders in the East meet as the Tampa Bay Rowdies host Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC. It's the championship on ESPN Deportes from Tampa Bay, Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And a slip at the back. Phoenix trying to make him pay. It was Hauser Ramsey going down. Dadashov, shot saved. Solti comes up with a big save as Dadashov's looking for a hat trick.
Yeah, Asante not happy. He was free in the middle, and Dadashev couldn't lift his head to see him. And Solomon Asante was calling for it, and as well as the big man did to win possession and pressure the defense, he just didn't quite have the ability to lift his head and see what his options were, Dadashev, but I guess we have to let him off. He has
Maybe
scored
he just
twice.
wants a hat trick, yeah. First half hat tricks don't come around very often, especially in your debut. We'll let him off the hook for being a little bit selfish. Here's Beccaro.
Good skills again.
Phoenix Rising team full of players with good skill. Long switch of play. Cross coming in. It was Dadashov who couldn't quite get a touch on it. Now it's King for Stanton. King again. His cross. Dadashov was there, but like he committed a foul. Back to Portland it goes.
The referee saying that Dadashov was holding the defender. But again, dangerous balls being whipped in. Rick Schantz asking exactly what happened. But Phoenix Rising are asking a lot of questions of the Portland Timbers 2 defense, and they come up with good answers most of the time, but clearly by the scoreline they haven't been able to deal with Phoenix Rising every single time. That is a concern, as you mentioned. Portland Timbers 2 defense not the best last season. It was its second worst defense in the USL West.
Just 2 clean sheets. Here's Lambert. Didn't quite slip it through for Dadashov. Bodily. This pressure making it very difficult here for Portland. This one will be taken by Solti. Thank you for watching Phoenix Rising on CW61, and now available to stream on the ABC 15 app on Roku and other streaming services. Stay tuned. The ABC 15 halftime show with Craig and the gang is up next. 2 minutes to go until halftime. Of course, some stoppage time I think would be added on as well. It's been all Phoenix Rising. 2 goals from Rufat Dadashov. Another goal added on by Junior Flemings. Here's Beccaro. To slip it through once again. Darnell King getting taken down. Like the flag was up for offside.
I think they'll be looking forward to a locker room break. Portland Timbers 2, they've been one of their feet defensively. Rick Schantz's side haven't given them anything in attack, nothing to sort of hang their hat on at this stage, so they're going to have to regroup, rethink, and come out second half a lot stronger. Otherwise, they're in danger of going down 4 or 5 or 6 here tonight. That's been the strength. So that's how good the host team have been. So we just wonder if the visitors can come up with something a little bit extra. This first half, they haven't shown us too much in attack.
For this Portland Timbers 2 side that's so young, it's really been trial by fire here in the opener. Their bench features 4 or 5 players who are still in their teens.
There are young players on this pitch, but with the exception of the goalkeeper, Hunter Salty, who's 17, the rest are 20 and above. So 20 is young, but it's not a kid. You know, certainly in Europe, you look at 20 and go, yeah, they've got a lot to learn, but you still expect a good performance from a 20-year-old, and they've struggled here in defense so far.
Sante trying to get around the corner again. Flemings to track this down. Kanto, his cross. Looking for Dadashov. Might have taken a deflection out of play, and it looked like it did. It's out for another corner kick. It's brought to you by Carvana.
It's another good ball in. Dadashov nearly getting on the end of it, and just the defender getting his head in the way. But those balls are asking questions, and maybe another question is why they're being allowed to be knocked in so often and so easily. That's what Cameron Knowles is going to have to stop. The delivery has been spot on, but it's been too easily delivered, and every time it's right into the heart of that box.
So 3 minutes of stoppage time added on at the end of this first 45 minutes. John Beccaro stands over this corner kick. A good ball whipped in. Dadashov was there again and just couldn't put it on frame. It's out for a goal kick.
Big man doing well to get his head on it. He just couldn't direct it, as you said, but he actually wins the header. And again, been more pressure from Phoenix Rising. That young man's done well. Let's give him credit. 17 years of age, Hunter Salty. Nothing he could do about the goals. Had a couple of fantastic saves. But for him, his team could be further down than they are at this moment in time, and he mustn't let his head drop. It's been a decent debut and a chance to see some good goalkeeping skills.
A foul there on the goal kick. And we'll take it just inside the midfield stripe, and they'll go quick. Down the left, looking for Stanley. Put out for a Phoenix throw-in.
Not the best of passes, and I don't want to be overcritical of Portland Timbers too, because they've had a difficult preseason getting all their players together, and as you mentioned, 3 or 4 of their top players haven't got work permits, but sometimes their passing hasn't been that good, and they haven't been able to find each other, and they haven't been able to keep a hold of possession. That's going to have to improve in the second half.
Guiano for Hauser Ramsey. Here's Epps, experienced USL Championship player. In the Eastern Conference last year with New York Red Bulls 2 and Memphis 901. Cross coming in. Konechny, he pulls one back for Portland. Tomas Konechny, the Argentine, gets the first goal of the season for T2, and maybe game on as we go to halftime.
Nice little build-up, well done. We've been asking for this. It was a good ball in. Some poor marking at the back post on Konechny. He's left unmarked, but it's a decent ball in here. Very well measured. And he sneaks in the back, unnoticed, the 21-year-old Argentinian. You've got to be happy with that finish. Certainly, I think Rick Shantz will be saying, well, hang on a second, inside the 6-yard box, or on the edge of the 6-yard box, unmarked. You know, what are we doing, defense? But what it does for the neutrals, Josh,
it's a little interesting.
It does. You start, well, hang on a second, at 3-1, is this game over or not?
For Konechny, he has 20 MLS appearances in his career, a goal and 3 assists. And there's the final whistle here in the first half. Phoenix getting out to a very fast start, 3 goals in 31 minutes. But then just before halftime, Tomas Konechny and Portland Timbers 2 pulling one back. As we go to halftime, maybe just something to think about. Thoughts on the first half quickly?
Well, been a fantastic first half for Phoenix Rising, absolutely brilliant, and could have been 5 or 6 if they'd have taken all their chances. But that goal just before the end, their lovely ball in from Bonilla, and Konechny just sneaking in unnoticed at the far post, just keeps this match bubbling. So you don't want to miss the second half, that's for certain.
Well, 45 minutes down, 45 to go. It's Phoenix Rising 3, it's Portland Timbers 2. The halftime show coming up next.
Welcome to the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show. I'm Craig Fouie, being joined by Rising head coach Rick Schantz. Rick, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Here we go. First game, right? You got to be excited about the first game of the regular season.
Absolutely. It counts now, so that's what we've been working on.
You've got Portland Timbers 2 comes in. I mean, you're here. You're at home. That's got to be great starting at home too, doesn't it?
It's a big advantage for us. Yeah. Our fans always give us a little more energy, and early in the season, you're probably not as sharp as you really want to be, but playing in front of the fans, makes us just a little bit better. So we'd rather start at home than on the road for sure.
All right, let's talk about the depth you have this year coming into the regular season. You've told us repeatedly, I've got more depth. So how do you manage that depth? Because guys want to play, right?
Yeah, it's important. They have to earn it every week, and so it's competition, and we see a lot of competition in training. And then when we make our selections, there can only be 7 guys on the bench, and you only get 3 subs. So after that, it's competition for the next week. But where we'll really see an advantage with our depth is mid to late season, where you're playing Wednesday, Saturday, and you can rotate the squad a little bit and have a very good, fresh team for every game.
Tell me a little bit about the strategy this week.
Yeah, we're going to play against a very good Portland team. We're not quite sure who we're going to get. They'll have a mixture of some of their young academy players and some of the reserves from their first team. So these are always difficult teams to prepare for. They like to play a 4-2-3-1 with 2 holding midfielders, whereas we play usually with just 3 straight across the midfield.
Let's talk about season goals. What kind of goals have you guys set as a team?
Yeah, we had a great meeting. We talked about our goals with the team, and we took them all for a nice, evening, and sat down and asked them a bunch of questions. And what do they want to accomplish? How do they want to be remembered? They said that they want to score more points, total points, than they did last year. So they set a goal of where they want to achieve, and they talked about the number of goals we score and the number of goals we give up. And the guys have set some very lofty goals, but at the end of the day, it's about winning trophies. And this year, no matter what position we are in at the end of the season, they want to win that trophy for our fans, and just keep filling up the trophy case.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, the Rising using some new age technology to monitor the health of their players. We'll take a look when the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show continues.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
Come on. Nice and tight here. Bring it in tighter. Nice and tight.
Everything we do matters. Very few people in the world ever get an opportunity like this.
We talked about making history, right? And what are you going to do to change history? When it's your turn to make a tackle, are you going to make that tackle? Are you going to score the goal? Are you going to make the save and throw a few miracles for us? Grab your freaking moments. That's my point.
Huge credit to every one of you. massive performance coming on, the way that you press, and pleased for every one of you.
This is an awesome time, and we're going to show them that we're for real. We are for real because we all believe in each other, right? This is our moment. This is our moment to shine.
Every single day, guys, we have to fight to create our identity.
Take your moment within the games and make them your moments. Let's go out there and kick ass. Come on. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, what a job he is doing. Leo Fernandez tries to shake the defender. Johnson trying to cross one in. Still alive in the box and scored! What shot? Oh! Forbes turning on the speed.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kelsey Steele, Scott Stewart here from USL HQ in beautiful Tampa, Florida. How better to get this season going than laying out our top signings
to get a more advanced position on the field.
Sit in. It's Jimmy Oxford!
Himself from attacking the back four, gets that chance to bury it. That gives Earl Edwards Jr. absolutely no chance. Why? Because it's in the top corner. You're never going to have a chance. It's over the wall. It's the perfect.
Popped up more with the left.
Oh!
More with the second goal. He now has a brace.
Look at the touch there. That's Soler. Great ball over the top by Wehan. And then how about the shot here?
It's halftime here in Phoenix. Phoenix rising 3, Portland Timbers 2-1. Let's take a look at our news and notes around the USL Championship here on this opening weekend. Of course, the new kids on the block. San Diego Loyal getting underway now. Miami FC a little bit earlier. There's an app for that. Check out the new USL app that is on the App Store. And Tim Howard is back, and he was in the starting lineup tonight for Memphis.
I love it. I love watching Tim and listening to him on TV, but watching him play as well. What a legend he's been, both on this side of the Atlantic and, of course, over at Man United and Everton. And to be part owner of the club. All I want to know, Tim, is if you don't play well as owner of the club, do you drop yourself?
Well, they did lose 4-2 tonight, so a tough night against Indy 11, although Indy 11, one of the stronger teams you'd think coming in to this season. Let's take a look at what's upcoming here in the USL Championship. 3 matches tomorrow, then San Diego Loyal back at it. They'll head up to the Pacific Northwest to take on Tacoma Defiance. We'll take our first look at Charleston Battery tomorrow, an interesting team coming in to 2020. So it's halftime here from Arizona. Phoenix rising 3, Portland Timbers 2-1. Let's send it back to Craig Fouey and the ABC 15 crew for the halftime show.
Welcome back to the Phoenix Rising halftime show. With a long season ahead, keeping the players healthy is a top priority. This season, the team using some unique technology to track their players on the field. Time to take you inside the science of soccer.
Hi, I'm Steve Fell. I'm the Director of Sports Performance for Phoenix Rising Football Club. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Stat Sports system that we use here at Phoenix Rising Football Club, specifically how we use it to monitor the players. We utilize a system called Stat Sport, which is a GPS monitoring system. So the first thing they have is it's a vest or a bra. Okay, it's very tight fitting to the body. We couple that with a heart rate strap, okay, that they put on separate, and then within the bra they put in a little GPS unit that we're able to track in real time and live time on the field with a computer or an iPad to see where they are at any certain point in the game. So this is the first piece. These are the player pods here. Okay, the player pods work by just pushing this button. It lights up, you stick it in their vest, and they're good to go. This device here is called a beacon. All right, this is what allows us to track the players live. And when I say live, it means we can tell where they are at any point of time during a training session or a match, as far as accumulation from a load perspective, sprint distance perspective, accelerations, decelerations, high metabolic load demands. these types of things.
This information with the heart rate, the distance, it's, you know, they can look at any point of the training session, see how hard we're working. And obviously, from a player perspective, having this gear on, you know that you have to push it every session.
It's amazing. I mean, I definitely didn't have this growing up, right? So to be able to have this technology and be able to kind of fine-tune some of the science behind what we do is fantastic.
I'm Steve Fell. Now you have a little bit of insight on what goes on in the day-to-day here at Phoenix Rising Football Club with keeping the players healthy.
Thanks for joining us for the Phoenix Rising halftime show. The Rising hit the road for the next game, taking on the Real Monarchs just outside Salt Lake City. You can catch all the action on March 14th right here on CW 61 Arizona.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
Back here at Casino Arizona Field, getting set for the second half. It's Phoenix Rising 3, it's Portland Timbers 2-1. Let's take a look at our first half highlights from an interesting and exciting first half of action. And we start with the first goal tonight. Solo Asante, it was a great save, but Rufat Dadashah was there.
What a good save it was, but a fantastic free kick. Goalkeeper could only get it onto the bar. Dadashev says, hey, welcome, I'm your new man. Who's Adam Jean, by the way?
It's Dadashah wearing the number 9 shirt this year, and then this was just some solo magic coming down this right flank, and what an assist.
Oh, it's a brilliant, brilliant ball, and Dadashov saying, I'm loving working with you, my friend. You're going to give me service like that, and it's the same combination. Sante with the first ever, Dadashov finishes it off.
So that was goal number 2 for Rufat Dadashov, and then another one would come just a few minutes later. Junior Fleming's doing it all himself.
Yeah, he did help by some rather average defending. One's got to be honest, from Portland Timbers 2. The two defenders bumping into each other here. He gets between them, but give him credit. He spots a gap in the corner and tucks it away for the third.
So the first goal of the match for Junior Flemings, you could say of this season as well, but it was Portland Timbers 2. They would respond with a goal of their own.
Yeah, Pablo Bonilla here with a lovely little cross in and some dubious defending at the far posts, and that allows Konecki to come in and get the goal, and he finishes it well, the Argentinian, and suddenly we have game on.
So it's 3-1 as we get set to start this second half. Josh Easter and the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey back with you. Looking forward to this second half, and Phoenix picking up right where they left off last season in terms of goal scoring. And we'll see if they can add on to that here tonight. The goals have been flowing in against Portland Timbers 2 in past seasons. We'll see if we get that more here in this second half. We're underway. Phoenix now going right to left. Portland going left to right. this season opener here in 2020, the 10th season of the USL Championship.
You mentioned the goals. They certainly have had goals between these two sides in the past, but it was not last season, the season before, that I think Portland Timbers came here and won the game. So I don't think Phoenix Rising fans can take anything for granted at this stage, but given what we saw in the first half, though, it was a red tidal wave for most of that half. It would take a lot for the visitors to turn things around here tonight.
They actually have a winning record, Portland does, against Phoenix, 3-2-1. So they have some experience, but these past 2 seasons, it's mostly been Phoenix. Here's Asante. It's back for Asante. He was able to stay on side. His shot blocked away by Aiden Stanley. It's out for a corner kick, not even a minute in to this second half. It's brought to you by Carvana.
Once again, pressure from the home side. As they do, they're probing away at that defense throughout that first half, and really was a battle for the Portland Timbers 2 defenders.
It's Stanton who will swing this in towards the near post. Portland defender got ahead to it. Vaquero will try to keep it in. Back for Stanton, who likes it on that left foot. Curling effort towards goal. And Sulte was there, now trying to start the counterattack. Quickly shut down. Another late whistle. Conto just clipping the Portland player.
There's an injury as well to a Phoenix Rising player just getting up out of the box at the moment, but the most concern is Pablo Bonilla, who's on the ground and needing some treatment. There's just an error. I just think he runs into the player there, and nothing serious. There is the Phoenix Rising player sitting down, also looking for some treatment. Cameron Knowles just watching to see how bad the injury is to Bonilla. More like a dead leg, I think.
A Venezuelan, 20 years old, Pablo Bonilla. Konechny, it looks like, doing some coaching as well as he gets a drink of water.
It's not often you see both sets of physios on at the same time, sorting out injury problems. It looks like Bonilla is, well, he's walking gingerly, but hopefully he can just run it off.
Fans, be sure to get the Arizona Federal Credit Union to get your Phoenix Rising debit card. It's a great way to support the team, spread the word, and you can score $100 when you get one. And I've got to say, it's the coolest looking debit card I've ever seen. Visit arizonafederal.org/Phoenix Rising for more information. Looks like both players able to walk off. Hauser Ramsey will put this back into play. Hauser Ramsey actually is from Seattle, went through the Sounders Academy, but of course now finds himself with Seattle's biggest rival in Portland. It was Corey Whelan who was down for Phoenix, but he's coming back out on the field right now. Part of that center back tandem with A.J. Cochran. Konechny, the goal scorer. It's Asante who was brought down.
The word here for Konechny, just to say, be careful. I don't want you holding on to anyone. I don't want you doing anything like that, otherwise you're going to go in the book. Young Argentinian just accepting the advice from the referee, hopefully. It's difficult to hold on to Solomon Asante. Once he gets the ball and drops the shoulder, he's going to go past most players.
Lambert sends this downfield. Fleming's going to get on that second ball. Stanton now for Vaquero. Back for Stanton. Fleming's so dangerous on this left side. His ball coming into the middle. It's knocked away. Fleming's couldn't keep his footing as Epps tries to knock it clear.
Another one of those situations where Portland Timbers 2 are allowing Phoenix Rising to get crosses into their box, dangerous crosses, They've got to stop the supply if they want to avoid conceding goals.
Dadashov goes down. Play continues. Portland will just try to thump it clear. Sante. King on the overlap. Won't find him. T2 trying to play out of the back. Play through this midfield of Phoenix. It has not been easy for them to do tonight. Hit Dadashov. Now here comes Beccaro, trying to play it wide for Asante. A little bit too heavy on that pass.
Rick Schantz would have expected better there. They turned over ball in a dangerous area. 3 red shirts. They got it back again.
Sante in the middle for Flemings, looking for a brace of his own. Still alive here for Flemings. In defense there was Ken Krolicki. Good job by the Portland defender.
I thought Junior Flemings had a chance there to maybe have had a shot on target, try to get too intricate, but once again T2 struggling to get themselves out of their own half and to even hold on to the ball, and once again lost possession. It's wave after wave of red shirts coming at them, as it was for most of the first half.
Trying to play it forward again. Salty looks like we'll keep this in play.
Young man trying to look for someone to play it short to, but I think there's too many red shirts in the high press, so eventually it's going to be, I assume, a long ball. Nice big kick up the field and take it from there.
This will funnel all the way back. Zach Lubin in goal. Long ball played over the top. This one headed out of play. Well, upcoming for Phoenix next week, it's actually 2 straight road games. They'll head to Real Monarchs, the team that knocked them out of the playoffs a year ago. Real Monarchs, and then San Antonio. Interesting team before they come back here end of the month for Austin Bold. Some intriguing matchups here in the early season for Phoenix. A long throw incoming. Bounces right to Sulte.
Yeah, some revenge needed for Real Monarchs. I think they beat them twice, didn't they?
Yeah.
In the last sort of 2-3 weeks of the season. Once in the regular season and once in the playoffs. So certainly revenge on the mind. But that's for the next game, or the games coming up. Right now it's about how Phoenix finished this game off. 3-1 up, looking very solid, but one more from Portland Timbers 2 and they really would be game on. Whereas if you're a Phoenix Rising fan, you're thinking, well, hang on a second, all the chances we've had, we need to polish this game off sooner rather than later with a 4th goal. Put this game to bed.
Give T2 a lot of credit. They've grown into this game. Of course, those 3 goals came very quickly in the opening half hour. Maybe some more opportunities coming here for Portland. It's Bonilla. Gonna stand this up towards the back post. And Lubin able to make the catch while he's backpedaling.
Wasn't a good cross, was it? It didn't give any of the T2 players much of an option to get on the end of it. It was goalkeeper's ball all the way. Whereas when you see the likes of Solomon Asante put balls in the box, they're in that sort of corridor of uncertainty between goalkeeper and defenders. They tempt his own strikers to get on the end of them, and that's the quality that T2 have to try and find.
Here's King. Well, Marvin Luria is on the bench tonight for Portland Timbers 2. A lot of time with the first team as well. Comes Phoenix again. Solomon Asante cutting back. Now back to his right foot. Still hesitating. And eventually his cross taken there by Sulte. Couldn't make up his mind, it seemed like.
Brilliant. Brilliant ability to go as if he's going to shoot and suddenly stop. I nearly fell out of my chair watching it. Never mind if you're a defender. But look here, he goes to set it up, and as he does that, he goes to hit it. All the defenders dive in, and before they get up, he's moved yet again. just maybe slightly overcomplicated it at the end, but wonderful skills.
Now Timbers 2 trying to come back the other way. This game's so open. Junior Flemings trying to get around the defense. Junior Flemings in on goal for Solomon Asante. No! Salty, a huge save.
Brilliant break, brilliant counter-attack. I thought Junior Flemings was going to score on his own, but he unselfishly gives it to Solo, and the goalkeeper makes another wonderful save. But here, done brilliantly. I'm thinking, well, you're in the middle, just keep going yourself, but he gives it to Solomon Asante, and the goalkeeper just gets an arm in it. So close to Asante scoring there, and the goalkeeper, give him great credit there. What a good save.
He has come up with a few good saves tonight. It's out for a Carvana corner kick. In swinger from Baquero, forcing a save out of the Portland goalkeeper. Sends it in again towards the back post. This one headed away. Now it's Stanton. He likes it on his left foot. Lay it off to that end line, back across. Salty on the deck, makes the save. Another shot is blocked. Now Baquero, curling effort, headed away. Boy, Portland literally standing on their hands and knees trying to clear this away. And now they might have a chance to counter. Here comes Portland. Konechny. Off to this right side, the long run by Marcus Epps. Epps, his cross blocked away. As Cochran looked like he slipped a little bit. And now Phoenix. It's Dadashov who's fouled, and maybe some extracurriculars as well.
There's a little bit of over enthusiasm there from Bonilla. And Dadashov says, I did nothing. Bonilla says he did nothing, and everybody says, all right, we'll calm down. But what a chance there at the other end for Portland Timbers to have done something. This is now back with the earlier chance for Phoenix Rising. This is a double save from the goalkeeper. Good first save, fantastic second save from Salty, who's having a blinder of a match. To be fair, his team could be 6 or 7 down, and he's kept them in it. And then they went the other end, Portland Timbers 2, and have a little bit of a half chance themselves, and in the end, lost that ability to do anything with it. Now, having a couple of words here with Bonilla and the big man Dadashov, who's way, way bigger than him, so maybe good advice to Bonilla just to leave this alone.
Things may be starting to heat up. Well, it's almost time for the Sonic Happy Hour, brought to you by Sonic. Enjoy the Car Hop Classic for a knockout price of $2.99. The rising player scores during the 60th minute. One lucky fan will win a $500 Sonic gift card. For more information, visit phxrisingfc.com/Sonic. We'll see if Phoenix can tack on one more goal during the 60th minute. And right now, it looks like it might be Portland Timbers 2. We're more keen to do so. We've seen those Phoenix counterattacks, how quickly they can spark.
There's no question, if the visitors get anything out of this game, they're going to have to thank their young goalkeeper, who's made a series of spectacular saves here tonight. Hunter Salty, 17 years of age. He's been superb.
Played down the line. This one won't be able to be kept in play by Blake Bodley. Just about at the hour mark. Now Phoenix still in control, but Portland Timbers 2 asking a couple of questions now. This Phoenix Rising side. Here's Epps. Guiano slipping it through, going down is Ken Krolicki, and a free kick now upcoming for T2.
Well, could this be a bit of a surprise comeback for the visitors? So many chances for Phoenix to have taken a bigger lead, and you're quite right, these young players of T2 suddenly starting to get a second win, putting together some good passes, looking a bit sharp, and now a free kick outside the box. let's see what they can do with it.
It's like Konechny and Guiano standing over it. Will they test Zach Lubin, or will they send this into the cluster of players on the left side of the box? Konechny, he'll go for goal, and it's just wide. Zach Lubin had to be alert, but was probably fortunate to see that go wide.
I think the goalkeeper had it covered. Let's have a look again. It's curling away. Yeah, the big man was right up against that post, so if that was on target, I'm sure he would have made the save, but just a little reminder to Phoenix Rising, this game is not finished yet.
There's Flemings. He had to hold his run a little bit because Asante and Dadashov were both in offside positions. Now it's put out for a goal kick.
Asante just trying to thread that one through. I think there for Darnell King was nearly the perfect pass. Cameron Knowles is going to be happy that his team have actually got themselves back in this match a little bit. But again, thanks to that goalkeeper, the 17-year-old, he's made a couple of really, really important saves that have just kept his team within a distance of Phoenix so they can maybe get themselves back in this game.
It's a pro debut to remember for sure. That double save a moment ago, the second save was from his back. So he sends this one deep into the night. Right forward again. Maybe something here again for Phoenix. Junior Flemings to his right foot. Another great save by Sulte.
Good move from Junior Flemings. Don't think he quite caught that shot the way he would have liked. Opened up his space nicely though. But it's too easy, isn't it? One ball over the top and he's inside the box. Opens up the space. Just doesn't quite get enough power behind it. Once again, the goalkeeper in perfect position.
A slight deflection there by Bonilla as well. But Sulte, we keep saying it, he's given up 3 goals, but you can't really say any of them are really his fault. He's come up with a handful of just fantastic saves.
I mean, even the first save from the Sante free kick, he tips it onto the crossbar. Unfortunately, can't get it over the crossbar, and it comes straight back to Dadashov to score. So the goalkeeper had a good save. Unfortunately, it still resulted in a goal. So yeah, you can't blame him at all. He has been absolutely wonderful in this game. And his team is still alive.
Some pressure being shown by Epps. AJ Cochran couldn't keep it, and now he puts it out. Or throwing, or rather, head referee Jonathan Belinsky will come in and wave off his AR. I believe this will be a free kick, and it will.
I think he felt that AJ Cochran just made contact there with Epps, but it wasn't much, and it was a little bit harsh. And now it's a chance to maybe Konechny to get a decent ball in the box, and maybe something for Zach Lubin to do.
Will be Konechny. Going to get it by the first man. That's John Beccaro. He looks to knock it clear. This one will run all the way out of play for a goal kick. Fans follow Phoenix Rising and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Plenty of good content there. Plenty of soccer as well, including USL League One that starts up in just a few weeks. Here's Lambert. Flip forward. Here's Asante. Dadashov in the middle. And there's the hat trick. Rufat Dadashov introducing himself to Phoenix with a hat trick.
Again, Solomon Asante with that ball in the box. He's given too much time and space. And he's such a brilliant player. If you do that, he is going to hurt you. And he finds the perfect ball into Dadashov. And I think Dadashov is saying, wow, I've arrived in heaven. I'm playing with a guy who can find me every single time. With the absolutely perfect ball and a hat-trick on debut. And is that a hat-trick of assists from the maestro himself, Solomon Asante. Broke all the records last season. Looks like he's set to break them all again this season.
I think he'll only get credit for 2 of the assists, but you have to say, just an incredible tonight for Rufat Dadashov as well as Solomon Asante. The fans love it. Phoenix looking just as dangerous as they were last season, maybe even more so.
They are, because when you think of the strength they have on the bench as well, and Santi Moa is injured, and there's a couple of other players who haven't been able to make it today that are injured, and you think when they get back, it could be such a strong side. Austin Ledbetter out with concussion protocol, and Jack Barmby's out with a quad strain, so what a good squad Phoenix Rising have.
Looks like Jose Aguinaga readying to come on. And he will do just that. The debut for Sam Stanton comes to a close after about 65 minutes. The native of Edinburgh, Scotland, comes off. The Spaniard Jose Aguinaga will make his regular season debut. Aguinaga in his second season with Phoenix. Will slot right into the midfield as well here for Phoenix as they look to preserve this 4-1 advantage. And through for Flemings, the flag stays down. Junior Flemings for Solomon Asante, and it's poked away.
Wow, such good play. It's almost too easy now for them. Junior Flemings really should have gone on himself. It's twice now he's passed the ball when he's been in a better position than Solomon Asante. Lovely through ball. What a fantastic ball that is. And yeah, he could have got on Junior Flemings himself. They're going to have to tighten up. Portland Timbers too, they're getting opened up way too easily here, and you're going to have to work hard to keep the score from being too embarrassing.
They do have reinforcements coming, especially with Williams Velasquez, 22-year-old Venezuelan, who's on loan from Watford in the Premier League. There are some players who are not in the lineup tonight for Portland that could contribute down the road, but it's not going to help them here tonight.
And again, we have to mention the point that Cameron Knowles said to us. This is a young side. It's a side that haven't had much time together.
Lubin has to come off his line.
As well, Zach Lubin. So yeah, it is a side that hasn't really been able to gel together in pre-season. As you mentioned, 3 or 4 good players who haven't got their work permits in time. There's a couple of injuries. So it's made it difficult for this team. And of course, they're coming up against what was, in my mind, the best team by far last season and the one that broke all the records. So it was never going to be easy for this young side, but I feel they will have to improve. And maybe those 3 or 4 players who weren't available tonight, once they're back in the team, it could be a whole different Portland Timbers 2 side.
Of course, for Phoenix Rising, want to get off on a good foot here in 2020, and as long as they close this out with 3 points, good start to the season. But here's Epps. There's still 22 minutes to go. See if Portland can nab one back again. Trying to get around the corner is Stanley, in for Bodley. It's still in there for Portland. Konechny to make it 2, and he couldn't do it. The clearance, though, was deflected. Guiano has his shot blocked. Konechny. It's still in there. The shot by Krolicki is blocked. Bonilla blocked as well. The Dikembe Mutombo figure coming up here for Phoenix.
Wow, some good defending and some average defending, but generally good defending from Phoenix Rising there to stop and block most of these shots.
There's the back post, a little bit too tall, and this one will roll out for a goal kick.
Sure, now they can get a breather at the back there. Just a little moment where they just couldn't get rid of the ball, could they? And it was one block shot after the other.
Phoenix Rising against Portland Timbers 2. They like to score some goals against this side. Rick Shantz has to love that, especially in the season opener.
Such strength on the bench they have, and leaders, not just any old players that they've got. They've got quality players in Lunga, someone who can score goals, in Schweitzer, who's a really, really good organizer and was a captain of his team.
Carroll looking to spring. Fleming's in the attack. Sulte once again. What a tremendous night for Sulte in goal. That is brave.
It is. I'm thinking to myself, he's not going to get this ball. He's misjudged it. And Junior Flemings is gone, and then just there he stretches those size 10s and just gets a toe poke on it. Well done, the keeper.
Especially with the pace of Flemings. He thought no chance, but Kanto now on the long throw-in. Knocked right back to him. Baquero whipping a ball in. It was a good one. Sulte came flying off his line. I believe there was Darnell King who couldn't quite get, or pardon me, Kevin Lambert who couldn't quite get the finishing touches on it.
And you might find the goalkeeper actually put him off. Well, the goalkeeper's not going to get there by coming flying out. I think Kevin Lambert just took his eye off the ball there, expecting to get hit by the keeper. So in the end, although the young man didn't get a hand on it, I think he did enough to put Kevin Lambert off.
Hunter Sulte put this back into play for Portland. 20 minutes to go. Ufat Dadashov, a hat trick in his debut. Of course, played a little bit in the preseason in the Sun Cup, but this, of course, is official debut in league play.
Dadashov's going to have to say thank you to Solomon Asante, because it was a little genius who provided virtually every one of the goals he scored. And in the end, they were, I won't say they were easy finishes, but they were mostly tap-ins from a few yards out. But that man on the ball there was the creative mind behind all those goals. But Dadashov doesn't care. He's got the hat-trick. He'll get the match ball. And all of that on debut.
Lambert, nice piece of skill to play it wide for Kanto. It's Dadashov getting taken down by Hauser Ramsey. Looks like a sub readying to come on for Portland as well. Looks like Gio Calixtro.
With the pressure, with the red shirts, and make it so difficult for T2 to play out from the back.
Here's Bodley, the Eagle, Idaho native. Guiano. There's some good possession for Portland. Distributed wide. Bodley slip there on the pass from Stanley. Trying to switch the play. It's taken away by Bonilla. Into the corner now, Konechny. Cross coming all the way through. Epps trying to keep this in play. It looks like he will. Looks like this runs out of play, and a goal kick upcoming for Phoenix Rising as we get a substitute coming on now for Portland Timbers 2. It looks like it will be Ryan Sierakowski who makes way. Gio Calixtro, 19-year-old from Cornelius, Oregon, will make his season debut.
Some fresh legs, much needed for the T2 side. Done some running around and some chasing, and they need all the help they can get to at least try and get a goal and make it look a bit more reasonable. 4-1 is a little bit of a hammering. 4-2 would look a lot better, I'm sure, for the visiting team, especially with all the players they've got missing at the moment.
Calixtro comes on after making 26 appearances last season, scoring 6 goals, 2 assists as well. A good young player for this T2 side. Konechny, his shot. It's saved in the end by Lubin. It's still in the box. Calixtro fires it out of play. Lubin, I think he was almost a little bit surprised by that, but made a good save in the end.
Had a decent save and got it away from the danger area. So when Calixtro eventually got onto the ball, he couldn't do much with it. He couldn't shoot from that angle. He didn't really cross it to anybody. So a decent save from Zach Lubin. Not had much to do in this game. And it's never easy when you stand around for 80 minutes and suddenly have to produce a good save. I think he was probably quite relieved to get something to do as well.
Guiano. A little shove in the back by Lambert. And The referee will go to his pocket for the first time tonight. Lambert has his name taken.
I only assume that's for repeated infringement because it wasn't much of a foul. He just gave him a little gentle shove in the back, but maybe he's saying, look, it's not the first time. And you get an accumulation of little infringements and they all add up. Have a look here. Well, a bit more when you see it slowly. There's a bit more of a shove in the back, but still a yellow card.
The referee had a good angle on it, but I think it was more the accumulation you'd think. This game hasn't been all too physical. A couple of heavy challenges, but nothing to really remember.
Yeah, it's been played in a good spirit. No question about that. Crowd have gone a bit quiet. I think they realized that at 4-1 the match is probably over. So they're all sitting back and just enjoying it and probably thinking of the months ahead and the wonderful games that are still they're going to still enjoy here in front of this sellout crowd every time they play at home.
Such good support for this Phoenix Rising side. Looking for the switch of play, and it's put out for a throw-in. 15 minutes to go. Another sub coming on. It's Mitch Ferguson, the 16-year-old. It looks like he will replace Jacob Hauser-Ramsey. Second sub of the night used here for Portland Timbers too. The academy product, Mitch Ferguson, comes on.
That's fantastic. 16 years of age, a 17-year-old goalkeeper. That's what development's all about, giving these young players a chance early on in their careers.
Thrown right into the fire against this Phoenix side.
Got the card, yeah? Next one.
And it looks like a sub here readying for Phoenix as well. It will be Jordan Schweitzer to come on, making his season debut. John Beccaro will be the one to make way. We asked Rick Schatz about somebody who stood out this preseason. Immediately said Jordan Schweitzer. He said this kid is a pretty amazing human being. He goes everywhere, goes to hospitals, he has a lot of public appearances. Such a good captain for Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the past few seasons, and really a big signing for Phoenix this year. And a great player, just part of that depth that Phoenix has built for this 2020 campaign.
You mentioned a good point as well that Rick Schatz focused on was the leadership qualities in the team now. With Jordan Schweitzer as a captain of his previous team, Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Santi Moa also, although he's injured tonight, he was a captain at New Mexico. Solomon Asante is a leader. Kevin Lambert from midfield is a leader. There's a lot of players who could drive them forward, even at the back. Donnell King's 29, Zach Rubin's 30. This is a team that has all the ability and skills to go and win absolutely everything this season. And it takes leadership to do that, and there's plenty of leaders in Phoenix Rising.
Something that Rick Schatz told us during the preseason was they want to go out and find players that fit the character. Having good people is important. And he said he hit a home run with these new players. They seem to be slotting in quite nicely.
Well, scoreline 4-1. I can't disagree with him so far. It all looks fantastic, and I'm sure there'll be other tests to come that might be a little bit more difficult, especially away from home. But what we've seen tonight, it could easily have been a lot more than 4 goals, and it's a very, very impressive lineup. But that man there is always, to me, the star man. The service he gives is top class.
There's Asante in the middle for Schweitzer, his first touch. It's saved again by Hunter Sulte. You just keep throwing things his way, and he just makes a better save, it seems, every time.
Well, you've got to be happy for him that even though he's lost, he's come out with such credit. Once again, as I was saying, Asante sets it up. His assists and ability to find the runners is just, it's the best in the league by a long, long way. It's probably better than most MLS midfielders, in my opinion. And a great chance there for Jordan Schweitzer to have opened his account and said hello to the fans with a goal. But that young man in goals, 17-year-old Hunter Sulte, once again, very impressive response.
Rifat Dadashov has introduced himself to the Phoenix faithful with a hat trick, and Jordan Schweitzer Almost did so with the goal of his own on his first touch, nonetheless.
Yeah, I think the hat-trick's going to grab the headlines somehow with Dodashov. And he needed to, because losing Adam Jean was a huge blow to Phoenix Rising. And he stepped in and made a name right on debut.
Here comes Phoenix again. With 10 minutes to go, it's Solomon Asante. No! Just wide. And once again, Phoenix, the quick attack, nearly catching Portland out.
Asante just deciding, you know, enough of these assists. I need a goal to my name as well. But no one came across to cut him out. So he just kept going, and thought, well, hang on a second. If you're not going to challenge me, then I'll have a dip. And he wasn't too far off.
Schweitzer. Well, actually, it looks like the flag went up for offside. Or they're just going to take this a little farther back. It was offside on Portland. There's been so much space out on the wings, and that's exactly how Phoenix likes to play. And it's a Flemings and Asante. Here they come again. Schweitzer going for goal. Did that take a touch off of Sulte? Looks like the referee will say no.
Schweitzer's made an impact, hasn't he, since he came on? Fresh legs, fresh ideas, 2 efforts on goal, and both of them very, very close. And he's going to be a valuable addition to this wonderful squad.
Like 33 matches Schweitzer did with Colorado Springs. Just a goal and 2 assists for a deeper lying midfield player. He's found himself in front of goal already twice tonight. Flemings. Kanto just sends this airborne. And Hunter Sulte, an easy catch.
I don't think Solomon Asante, with his height, was going to challenge a 6'2" goalkeeper who can use his arms. So Asante just stood there and said, if you're going to drop it, I'll be here. If not, it's your ball. But important here for the home side, for both sides, but especially for the home side, just to see out the end of the game professionally. You're going to probably, you know, at least keep it at 4-1, maybe grab one. Of course, if you're the visitors, it's something different. You want to try and get one and make it a 4-2 result, and at least show the manager that you're going to fight right until the end of the 90 minutes. That's what Cameron Knowles is looking for, players who can step up another level, who can maybe have a career that goes into the MLS.
From the Phoenix perspective, seeing games out so important. He mentioned, Rick Schonstedt, about kind of having a little bit more of a defensive mentality when you get up late. You just need to preserve that lead and see the game out professionally, as you mentioned, and maybe that's something that we'll see a little bit more from Phoenix this season. It's yet to be seen, though.
Yep, certainly in the playoffs. I think, you know, his main point, Rick Schantz, was in the playoffs.
Yep.
You've got to tighten up. You can't, you know, you can't recover. You have one bad game and you're out of the tournament. Whereas in the league season, you can always, you know, come back next week and get a result. So with that in mind, he said he wouldn't attack quite as much. He'd play a much more defensive game, and he would also is coming up with a few ideas as to how to be the low block. He said a lot of teams just defended against him at the end of last season in the playoffs, and they found that very difficult to break down. So lots of thinking going on, but that's for later in the season. Right now, it's just try and emulate what they did last year, go on a couple of fantastic runs.
A little bit of a collision. And it will be a foul. Jonathan Belinsky setting up the free kick now for Portland. This is probably not what you need from Phoenix as this match comes to a close. And Jonathan Belinsky, I think, is going to his pocket. This will be a yellow card here for Corey Whelan.
He raised his hand and he pushed a player away. I'm not so sure you can do that these days, but yeah, we said the last 10 minutes you're going to manage it, and managing it means don't get yellow cards and don't do anything silly. So Corey Whelan there probably unnecessarily picking up a yellow. Let's have a look and you see if once you raise your hand and push someone away, it's always going to be a bit of a problem there. They were claiming it was actually a foul for Phoenix. Have a look there. Oh, you can't see it. Cochran just keeping the ball away from the visitors, and that's what got him into a bit of a tussle. And here we get to see another very exciting player for Phoenix Rising.
Lagos Kunga coming on. And it's the hat-trick hero, Rufat Dadashov, who will make way. Colorful hair. Lagos Kunga will come on. Fantastic debut for Rufat Dadashov. A hat-trick, his first 3 goals, of course, in this regular season.
I just hope that Dadashev goes and gets a whatever Solomon Asante drinks or eats and gives it to him as a gift, because some of those assists were absolutely wonderful from the Ghanaian today.
So all 3 subs have been used. Schweitzer, Aguinaga, and Kunga are on. It's Dadashov, Becerra, and Stanton who have all taken a seat tonight. Kunga coming on loan from Atlanta United. Schweitzer looks to clear this away from Stanley. Portland still keeping it in. Kunga gives Phoenix a little bit of a different look up top. Of course, Dadashov, more traditional number 9, hold-up striker. Kunga a little bit more pace to him. Not quite the size. All coming in, the header will go wide. It's out for a goal kick.
He hasn't got much time to show what he can do, Kunga, but he probably is pleased just to get onto the pitch and just meet the fans and give them a little bit of a view of what he can do. Zach Lubin's had a very quiet match. Probably why he's holding onto the ball quite long now. A, to waste time, and B, just to feel he's been part of the game. It has been a very good performance by Phoenix Rising, and as we've said a few times, it could have been a lot more goals. They really, at times, have torn the T2 defense to pieces, but credit to T2, they held on and they really made a match of this.
Sante still not done. Sante lays it off for Schweitzer. Still there with Asante. His shot! Oh, it just sneaks by. Making something out of nothing there.
Brilliant again. Having lost the ball and then bumped into Jordan Schweitzer. They didn't know who was going to take the ball. In one moment, he just turns. So here he tries the back heel, doesn't work. They bump into each other. And he just turns and boom, hits it. And that's not far wide either.
For Phoenix, we mentioned trip to Salt Lake City to face Real Monarchs next Saturday. Well, T2 will head to El Paso, take on the Locomotive. Mark Lowry's side, a 0-0 draw in Orange County last night for El Paso. Then they will head home for their home debut against Colorado Springs in Hillsboro, their new stadium this year. Or Portland Timbers 2, not at Providence Park. So they get their own digs in Hillsboro.
I think there's a lot of teams, the likes of Orange County and Real Monarchs you mentioned, El Paso, and a couple of others who will have looked at or will look at this footage of Phoenix Rising and go, okay, this is a decent outfit as they were last season. And this is the team that everyone's going to want to beat because they can just see how loaded they are with talent.
I usually say the champion from the end of the season, Real Monarchs, would have the big target on their back, but could arguably say Phoenix still has a bigger target than Real Monarchs just because of what they accomplished last season.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone in soccer knows that this was the best team by a mile last season. It just didn't work out for them at the end with the playoffs, and that's a sort of particularly American system. But throughout the season, they were wonderful, brilliant.
Here comes Phoenix again, looking for one more. Kunga! And it just slipped past the line. Lagos Kunga having a debut goal as well.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how they got in the end, but Kunga will be delighted. A lot of new players getting a warm welcome here tonight from the fans as they perform on the pitch and score goals. And a tough one there for T2. Let's have a look at it. It seemed that they had that they had sort of closed the door and it comes off. It almost looks like it's
I don't know if that was Kunga.
Max Ornstall. Looks like it comes off his foot just there.
Maybe it hit the chest of Kunga. He's going to claim it.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, he's pointing, saying, it's mine, it's mine. Don't take it away. Don't take it away from me, please.
I'm giving it to Legos Kunga. Well, we will see what the official word is.
It's been a perfect night for the home side. Dadashov's hat-trick, Kunga getting a goal, a ton of chances. And seeing Jordan Schweitzer come on and look very good and very dangerous around the box. And then Solomon Asante, as always, giving us a masterclass. It's been a great night for those of you who are fans of the team in red.
So we get into stoppage time. 3 minutes. At the end of this 90 minutes, and Phoenix, well, they were up 3-0 in this match. Portland pulled one back before halftime. And 2 second-half goals, and they may not be done yet. Kunga still going forward. Swing and a miss. And Portland able to clear it. Two minutes to go. Really could not have asked for a better start. Maybe just the one goal they gave up. Frick Shantz wants to be picky. Maybe the clean sheet is something that they would like to see, but 5 goals to the good. It has to feel good for this Phoenix Rising side.
I think he would be being very picky if he found fault with them tonight. They just have been absolutely brilliant, which is why you can't lay too much at T2's door, because it's a very difficult place to come to against a wonderful side in the opening game. It was always going to be a tough day out for them, and they've seen a new star in Hunter Salty, their goalkeeper. They've had a couple of other young players have a decent game, and they hopefully will have learned a lot about how tough this league can be and how tough they're going to have to be if they want to get some decent results throughout the rest of the season. So Cameron Knowles will take some positives away, but yeah, at the end of the day, they got beat 5-1, and that is a little bit of a thumping.
I guess if you're Portland Timbers too, get this out of the way. Get this out of your system. You don't have to play Phoenix at Phoenix unless you find them in the playoffs the rest of this season. Of course, the return match later on this summer. You have to look past the 5 goals that Portland have conceded tonight. Salty did have a really fantastic match at points. Solomon Asante! One more for Phoenix! And the MVP back on the score sheet.
Brilliant, absolutely stunning. He gets the goal that he deserves. And he gives Junior Flemings a big hug. And I just wonder if he is more of a man of the match than Dadashov, because he's had all the assists. He's been the creative juice behind everything they've done, and he's topped it off with a goal here. Maybe Salty could have done a little bit better if we're to be really critical. The young man gets a good hand on it, but let's just say that it was put slightly past the goalkeeper, and maybe the power of the shot was a bit too much for the young man in goals. But perfect night, 6-1. And if coach Rick Shantz causes any problems with the players, I think they'll have a word with the coach and say, come on, coach, seriously. It's been a perfect night. There he is, and he's applauding on cue. He applauds it, and why not? Why shouldn't he?
22 goals, 17 assists for Solomon Asante. 1 goal tonight. 3 assists for Asante. There's the final whistle. All 3 points go to Phoenix Rising tonight, and a well-earned 3 points. 6 goals to 1 for the home side.
Yeah, tough one for Cameron Knowles there. He's smiling and he's saying well done to all the Phoenix Rising coaching staff, but for him it's he's going to have to think carefully about how he builds his team. But he has had the most difficult road trip. Got it out the way, as you say, and hopefully from then onwards it'll get a little bit easier for T2.
Let's take a look at tonight's man of the match, presented by Arizona Hometown Law Firm, and who else but the hat-trick hero, Rufat Dadashov, in his debut.
I guess it has to be, but I would I'd still be looking at Solomon Asante and thinking, then look at this ball from Asante. Brilliant. Beautiful. But it's all about goal scoring, and that big man did it on debut. He said hello to the crowd. He said, welcome. I'm going to welcome you all with my hat trick. And that's what he did. And I'm sure he'll say a little thank you to Solomon Asante in that locker room.
And let's take a look at tonight's Whataburger. What a save of the match. That was a big one from Zach Loom. He didn't have much to do, but this was a good save.
Yeah, it was a good save. He had 2 or 3 things he had to do in the match, and he did them all reasonably well. And he'll have busier nights than he had tonight, but still a decent effort from Zach Lubin.
So it finishes here. Phoenix Rising 6, Portland Timbers 2. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Casino Arizona Field right after this.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology, copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, unified communications and telephones, security systems and cameras, complete conference room packages. You need to partner with a total office solutions provider that gets it. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved.
In an era of online retail where everything is just a few clicks away, buying a car should be no different. That's why at Carvana, you can buy a car 100% online. We made it easy to browse, view, and buy from over 10,000 cars. You can even trade in your old car, all while binge watching your favorite TV show. Afterwards, we'll deliver your car to you. Or you can pick it up from one of our car vending machines. Either way, your car comes with a 7-day return policy. So grab a seat, relax in your comfy pants, and enjoy the new way to buy a car at Carvana.
The players celebrating with the supporters behind the south end as we take a look at the highlights from this 6-1 win for Phoenix Rising FC over Portland Timbers 2 to open the season. And it got going early on. An Asante free kick turns into a Rufat Dadashov goal.
A good save by Salty to get it onto the crossbar, but these 3 people you hear about throughout the match, Asante, Salty, and Dadashov, all having a part in this goal and having a part in the match throughout. Absolutely brilliant from Phoenix Rising here. Asante's ball in is world-class, Dadashov, and he beats Salte for his second, and the big man looking really sharp.
Rufat Dadashov, that was the second of his 3 goals. That goal coming in the 24th minute, and then just 7 minutes later, Junior Fleming's doing it all himself. It's a little corner pocket.
Defenders, poor defending, and then standing off him, and he just picks his spot. Have a look, 2 defenders run into each other. The one stands off him while he picks his spot, and then not much the keeper can do about that.
But then Portland would have something to say right before halftime. Tomas Konechny on the assist from Pablo Bonilla would pull one back.
Yeah, it's a good ball in from Bonilla. Poor marking, the one thing that there might be criticism of. No marking at the back post there. And it just gave a glimpse of hope to the visitors just before they went into the locker room.
And then come the second half, it would be Phoenix out on the attack again. And this would be the hat trick for Rufat Dadashov. Another great ball in from Asante.
Yeah, Asante just keeps doing it. He keeps being the supplier. He puts it right in front of Dadashov. He just taps it into the back of the net for the hat trick, but it just kept coming, didn't it? That red wave.
And it would be again Kunga. I'm giving the goal to Kunga. Who knows if the official stats will give it to Kunga. Aginaga bringing it in.
Yeah, it seemed to go off Max Ornstill, but I agree with you. Give it to Kunga. He was delighted. He wanted it in his name, and then more pressure. And this time Solomon Asante says, you know what? I need to score a goal. I've had enough assists, and he sticks it back in the net. Not much Salty could do. Maybe could have got a stronger hand to that, but look at that. I mean, 31 shots by Phoenix Rising. That's a concern for T2. They really have allowed way too many efforts on goals.
An incredible night for Phoenix Rising, and couldn't be a better start for them this season.
No, absolutely brilliant. Wonderful, great entertainment for the crowd. Goals and assists and shots and, oh, you name it, everything piled into there. As I say, I think they're going to have harder games as the season goes on. And for T2, it's a little bit of a, awakening here at the start of the season, and maybe it'll sort of kick them into gear.
Well, both teams headed on the road. Phoenix will go to Salt Lake City. Portland will head to El Paso. But tonight was all about the home side. Phoenix Rising FC picking up right where they left off a season ago. That's going to do it from Casino Arizona Field, the opening night of the USL Championship season. For our entire crew and Gary Bailey, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Phoenix, where it finishes. Phoenix Rising 6 and Portland's Timbers 2-1. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.